Hi everyone, we're from Education Lift and we're going to explore the topic of exponents when we have fraction and decimal bases. Let's review exponential expressions. So in the previous videos, we've gone over this example of 2 to the third power. 2 to the third power. So the base is 2 because that is the number we're multiplying repeatedly. And the exponent or power is 3 because that tells us the amount of 2's we're multiplying together. And here we have 3 2's right here. And so we have it labeled here. The base is 2 and the exponent or power is 3. However, notice that the base and the exponent are both whole numbers. There are no fractions or decimals on either one of them. However, not everything could be described with whole numbers because if you think about fractions, they deal with things that are parts of a whole. And that's also the same with decimals. So let's say we change this base to a fraction or decimal. So what we're going to answer is, how do we expand expressions when we raise fractions or decimals to an exponent? Let's expand the exponential expression of 2/3 to the fourth power. And in any exponential expression, we need to identify the base and the exponent or power. So if you remember, the base is usually written a little larger in the exponential expression than the exponent. And so here we have 2/3 written larger than the 4. So that tells us that the 2/3 is our base. And the 2/3 will be the number we multiply repeatedly. The exponent or power is usually written in the upper right corner in the exponential expression. And you look here, we have the 4 in the upper right hand corner, so that means the 4 is our exponent, or also called the power. So our exponent power is 4. So now we have all the information we need. So if you take a look here, the 2/3 is the number we're going to multiply repeatedly, and the 4 tells us the amount of 2/3 we're multiplying together. So here we have 2/3 times 2/3 times 2/3 times 2/3. If I color code the multiplication operators, it'll be clear. And so now we have successfully expanded 2/3 to the fourth power as multiplying 4 2/3 together. Now let's expand the exponential expression of 0.5 to the third power. And just like we did in our last example, we need to identify the base and the exponent / power. Since the 0.5 is written larger than the 3, that tells us the base of our exponential expression is 0.5. So let's write that right here. And since the 3 is in the upper right hand corner, that tells us that 3 is our exponent, also called the power. The power. And so let's write that here. And so now we have all the information we need to expand this exponential expression. So if you look down here, if you remember, the exponent tells us the amount we're multiplying the base together. So this tells us we're going to multiply 3 0.5's together. So this could be written as 0.5 times 0.5 times 0.5. And let's color code these multiplication operators. So let's do that. And there we have it. We have successfully expanded 0.5 to the third power as multiplying 3 0.5's together. In this video, we learned how to expand exponential expressions when our base was either a fraction or a decimal. And we saw that it's the same process as when our base was a whole number. And now that we know how to do this skill, let's use it so we could calculate the value of these expressions when we do have a fraction or decimal base. So I'll see you in the next video.